Hey, welcome to a new video. Imagine you're home alone at night, and you stumble upon videos that are so terrifying that you dare not to watch them by yourself. This might sound like something you wouldn't recommend to anyone, but you still chosen to click on this video.
Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video. Number 30.
Here we see a Japanese YouTuber who frequently ventures into eerie locations for exploration. In this video, he claims to have captured a ghost on camera using thermography. He was exploring an abandoned village deep within a forest somewhere in Japan, a place notorious for people mysteriously disappearing. Additionally, there were rumors of ghosts haunting the area. At one point, he hears rustling coming from the bushes, and when he checks the thermographic camera, he spots a figure running toward him. What makes it eerie is that he didn't see anyone with his naked eye, yet he decided to quickly flee out of fear. After surviving the ordeal and recovering from the fright, he could attest that he managed to film a paranormal phenomenon. He also claimed to have found an abandoned car in the same location, with its ownership unclear. Perhaps someone had just lost their life in the forest and the spirit still lingers there. Who knows? But just imagine being in the forest at night and seeing the silhouette of a ghost rushing towards you. That must have been pretty terrifying.
Number 29.
Unfortunately, there's limited information available about this mysterious video, but we see a creepy non-human hand with only 3 fingers. According to the video's description, it was filmed in the North British Columbia, 15.5 miles or 25 kilometers from a 100-mile house. We don't know who or what it is, but prior to this recording, a camera had been set up facing the forest. Residents of a nearby vacation home claimed to have found strange prints and other items that had been moved and destroyed. The camera was placed to catch human intruders in the act. However, the owners were unaware that the thief was of supernatural origin and had only 3 eerie fingers. This led everyone to reconsider their plans and consider moving away, or at least not vacationing in this forest anymore. What kind of being or figure do you think this mysterious 3-fingered hand belongs to? Let me know in the comments.
Number 28.
A woman's visit to a house takes an unexpected turn when a dark, elusive figure shoots past the window of the front door. The video begins innocently enough, as a woman approaches the front door of a residence. However, just moments before she reaches her destination, a fast-moving dark figure eerily races past the door's window. The unusual speed of the figure and the enigmatic nature of its disappearance have led speculation about paranormal phenomena. Adding to the mystery, a group of playful puppies on the nearby house's lawn react vigorously to the presence of the figure. As soon as the dark entity appears, the puppies start barking uncontrollably and retreat. According to many people in the comments, this couldn't have been a regular person due to their speed, suggesting it might have been a ghost or another supernatural being. What do you think?
Number 27.
This lady's just dancing, right? Wait until she turns around. How eerie is her facial expression? This is the Serbian dancing lady, an urban legend from Siberia about a woman who dances strangely on the streets at night. This myth began circulating on social media from 2019 to 2023. However, little's known about the identity of the dancing woman. But she's been spotted multiple times in Belgrade, the capital of Serbia. The mysterious woman is dressed in a traditional Serbian attire, and her dance is speculated to resemble the Serbian folk dance known as kolo. There's rumors that this mysterious figure has been active since 1998, and that she sometimes carries a knife and suddenly jumps out in front of people's cars. Most videos of her are filmed from behind, and there are speculations that the woman may be mentally ill. The reason behind the dancing woman remains unclear, but many people find it creepy and prefer to stay far away from her if they encounter her.
Number 26.
In this video, a woman claims to have been plagued by strange sounds and a disturbing presence in her room at night. One day, she had enough and decided to set up a camera to see what was happening. What the camera captured was pretty unsettling, as it appeared that a small being with a human head kept trying to jump onto her bed continuously. Some people believe that this might be a case of a sleep paralysis demon. The woman mentioned that she always heard strange noises at night and felt as though she was being watched, prompting her to take action. What's strange is that when the entity repeatedly attempted to jump onto her bed, the woman claimed to have felt nothing. Therefore, it's believed to be either a ghost or some form of sleep paralysis demon. Sleep paralysis is a phenomenon that affects a significant portion of the population and causes temporary paralysis during the transition between sleep and wakefulness. This state of physical immobility is often accompanied by vivid hallucinations and a sense of impending doom. In various cultures, these entities may even be considered malevolent, haunting individuals during their vulnerable moments of sleep.
Number 25.
Imagine this: you're driving alone on a dark road at night, and then you see a strange shadow in the sky above you. You look up and you see a figure resembling a witch. As you may know, witches are associated with witchcraft and magical practices. The person who captured this video refers to the figure as a bruja, a term often used in Latin American cultures to describe the supernatural world. In these cultures, the witch is known for its spirituality, incorporating elements of African magic and indigenous practices. Some brujas focus on healing using herbs, spells, and communication with the spirit world. Others explore various aspects of magic and witchcraft. Witches are also often seen as sources of wisdom, capable of offering guidance and assistance in various aspects of life. Whether we're actually witnessing a witch in this video remains unclear, as there's not much more information available about the incident.
Number 24.
You may have heard that pets, including cats and dogs, can sense or even see paranormal things. If your dog suddenly rushes outside and stares at an empty space, you might start to worry that it's looking at a ghost. Dogs can also exhibit signs of fear or excitement without any apparent cause. In this case, a dog named Domino ran to the backyard and stared at something in the distance that seemed to be heading to the woods. At first, you might not notice it, but take a closer look. If you look carefully, you can see the outline of a giant figure or shadow moving toward the forest, and even the dog became scared. The owner thought that the dog might be looking at other animals, including rabbits. However, when he reviewed the video, he got goosebumps all over his body. He later filmed an update video, showing the backyard of his house in daylight. The man mentioned that he hadn't seen the figure since, and didn't know whether it was a person or a ghost. What do you think?
Number 23.
This YouTuber named Andrew Duffy decided to explore abandoned buildings at night somewhere in the United Kingdom. After walking around for a while and entering one of the abandoned buildings, he suddenly sees something disturbing. As Andrew walks into one of the rooms, he sees a strange creature climbing out of the window, running straight towards him. Like any normal person would, he ran away as fast as he could. According to some people in the comments, this creature bears a resemblance to SCP-096, also known as the Shy Guy. It's said that when someone directly views the face of this creature, even through a video recording or a photo, it enters a state of extreme emotional distress. The creature is also known to cover its face with its hands, and exhibits intense screaming, crying, and incoherent rambling. Approximately 1 to 2 minutes after initial observation, it begins to relentlessly pursue the person who has seen its face. After Andrew sees the creature, he screams in fear, and when he's back outside, the video ends. Since the video was uploaded to YouTube, we assume he got away safely, but this must have been a terrifying moment for him.
Number 22.
An apparent ordinary night takes a terrifying turn for a man looking for a late-night snack. As he groggily makes his way to the kitchen to grab a cereal box, an inexplicable event unfolds before his eyes, leaving him frightened and bewildered. All of this was also captured on a security camera in the kitchen. While the man places the cereal box on the counter, it shifts seemingly on its own, startling the man who tries to determine the cause. What could possibly be behind this creepy phenomenon? Is it a poltergeist? The cereal box is suddenly pushed across the counter by an invisible force, traversing the kitchen as if guided by an unseen hand. When this happens, the man's curiosity turns into sheer terror. Overwhelmed by the occurrence, he hastily flees the kitchen in search of safety. Was this merely a bizarre incident, or something that defies rational explanation? Could it be the work of a mischievous poltergeist, a restless spirit, or perhaps an unexplainable burst of telekinetic energy? What do you think?
Number 21.
In 2019, a couple purchased a house and started hearing strange animal-like noises outside their home. They also claimed that things around their house were mysteriously damaged, and their neighbors reported experiencing similar issues. One night, they heard the noise again and decided to go outside to capture it on camera. Listen to this. The noise eventually stopped, and they couldn't find anything. But when they decided to review the camera footage, they were shocked. If we look closely, there also seems to be a mysterious creature or dark figure hiding behind a tree. In a fraction of a second, the late presence of a supernatural being appears to materialize. Could this be a ghost or another creature not previously known? Unfortunately, we'll never know, because this was the last time the couple made this observation.
Number 20.
In this chilling video, we see a group of boys exploring a forest in the middle of the night. What they didn't know was that a creepy presence lurked in the shadows. They had no idea that they were not alone. A feeling of being watched hanged in the air, making their nerves increasingly unsettled with each passing moment. It's only a few minutes later that they realize they are being followed. At one point, they come across a blue mask hanging from a tree, and for some reason, they decide to take the mask with them. However, something eerie happens a few seconds later. The boy behind the camera notices something in the bushes, and both boys are terrified when a figure wearing a blue mask stares at them and begins to chase them. Some people in the comments have noted that the figure resembles Ghostface from Scream, but in this case, the mask had a blue tint. The video eventually ended up on the internet, so we know this group probably survived. But how terrifying must it have been to be chased through the forest?
Number 19.
After receiving a tip about an abandoned construction site that was supposedly haunted, a man decided to visit and bring his camera along. It's best never to willingly seek out such situations because it opens you up to encounters with the paranormal. He suddenly feels a drop in temperature and sees something in the corner of one of the rooms. Did you see it, or should we show it again? As you can see in the right corner of the room, there appears to be the ghost of a young boy, and then he disappears, making it one of the scariest ghost captures ever. Could the ghost be trapped in this abandoned construction site, or was he merely teasing the cameraman? It doesn't seem like the ghost boy was intentionally trying to scare the man, but rather following him. Pretty creepy, isn't it?
Number 18.
Places where you're likely to encounter something supernatural or paranormal include abandoned hospitals and asylums. The next person explored the empty and eerie corridors of such an institution and encountered something spooky they hadn't bargained for. Finding a ghost is one thing, but finding a jinn is something else entirely. Jinn are supernatural, invisible, and malevolent entities, believed to possess people according to belief. This person had their flashlight on and saw a figure with piercing red eyes, shrouded in darkness at the end of a long, abandoned hallway. They're believed to exist in a parallel world alongside humans. They're thought to possess extraordinary powers and can assume various forms, including those of humans or animals. While some of them are considered benevolent, others are known for their malevolent nature, attempting to harm or bring misfortune to individuals. Knowing that you're not alone while exploring, how quickly would you run away from this abandoned hospital?
Number 17.
In hindsight, ambulances are the most likely places to encounter ghostly apparitions. Consider how many people don't make it to the hospital, and how many lives are lost in a vehicle like an ambulance. The following recording was made by someone driving behind an ambulance, and was amazed and startled by what they saw. However, it wasn't the medics that they saw, but the lingering remnants of someone's soul or spirit haunting the ambulance. The presence of this person is chilling to say the least. This raises the question of whether the actual paramedics know there's a ghost with them and whether it was a malevolent or benevolent spirit.
Number 16.
In this mysterious video set in the depths of a forest, an unsuspecting individual stumbles upon a ritual taking place. While it's possible that the ritual could be associated with pagan practices, there are other theories about what this man was doing. At the top of the small hill stands a figure cloaked in a robe with a face hidden under the hood, and he raises a staff pointing towards the moon. Pagan rituals often involve reverence for nature, the worship of deities, and the celebration of seasonal cycles. Could it be a wizard harnessing powers and performing rituals to connect with the mystical forces of the universe? Or perhaps it's a representation of a supernatural being, such as a malevolent spirit or an extraterrestrial entity residing in the forest. Given that the person filming has a light, the discovery and pursuit of the hooded man seem inevitable.
Number 15.
A group of boys were on a road trip in their car when they drove under a bridge and spotted something strange hiding behind a pillar. For most people, this would send shivers down their spine, but not for these boys. With a wave of excitement, one of the members grabs the camera and leads the way as they cross the road to investigate the mysterious sighting up close. As they get closer, they're overcome with a sense of unease. A strange alien-like being is concealed behind a massive concrete pillar, and its appearance is quite bizarre, defying conventional understanding. The features are extraterrestrial, but the shape doesn't match any other known alien types. As they attempt to get closer to this strange creature, it emits a disturbing high-pitched sound that breaks the silence and echoes in the surroundings. Understandably, they fled, but the group firmly claims that what they saw was indeed an extraterrestrial being.
Number 14.
Here we see a BBC reporter doing a live broadcast in Gaza when out of nowhere, a strange entity runs by, believed by some to be a jinn. As you know, jinn are spirits or supernatural beings from Islamic mythology and folklore. Malevolent jinn are said to be created from smokeless fire and are attracted to areas with a history of violence and tragedy. So could it be that in this live broadcast, we actually see a jinn running past? This was not the only instance of a transparent figure running past on live television. In this video, we see a former US President Barack Obama arriving in Kenya, and suddenly a transparent figure races across the screen. The bizarre thing about this incident is that it was also spotted on live television, increasing the likelihood that it's genuine. Why do you think these transparent entities run past on live television? And what could be the cause? Could it have something to do with negative energy? Or are they trying to convey a message? What are your thoughts?
Number 13.
Technically, this video only shows a woman with long, dark, disheveled hair standing with her face in the corner of a room. But anyone who sees it knows that something is terribly wrong with the woman. This is said to be one of the recorded sightings of Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary is a popular urban legend or ghost story that has been passed down from generation to generation. According to legend, if you stand in front of a mirror in a dark room and say Bloody Mary 3 times, a ghostly figure named Bloody Mary will appear in the mirror. The origin and details of the legend can vary, but it often involves vengeful spirits or a tragic figure seeking revenge or tormenting those who summon her. If it's not Bloody Mary that we see in this video, it's still a creepy figure, because who can stand silently in the corner of a room looking that terrifying for hours?
Number 12.
This terrifying video featuring a spooky girl unfolds the ominous setting of a dark, seemingly abandoned house. A man captures it all with the camera he happened to have with him. The lack of light adds to the sense of desolation as the man cautiously explores the dark rooms. With each step, the tension mounts until a door creaks open, revealing a sight that sends chills down the man's spine. In one of the dark rooms stands a figure of a girl whose presence is quite unsettling. Moreover, she appears to emit cries and screams that echo throughout the room. In the final breathtaking 5 seconds of the video, the atmosphere takes an even more sinister turn. The posture of the girl, once huddled in the corner, changes in an instant. Frozen in her place, the girl exudes a silent malevolence. As the video ends, it leaves viewers with countless questions. What was the true nature of the girl? Was she a vengeful spirit trapped within the walls of the abandoned house?
Number 11.
During a congressional hearing in the United States, a disturbing incident unfolds that gives anyone who sees it a sense of unease. At first, there seems to be nothing unusual when a congressman delivers a speech, but upon closer inspection, we see a man with glasses behind him. He's motionless, staring with a fixed and seemingly menacing gaze. The presence of the immobile man is undeniably eerie. To sit completely still in such a manner requires immense discipline and control. It raises questions about the man's intentions and identity. Some people in the comments compared him to Anthony Perkins' character in the movie Psycho. Others believe that he could possibly be an extraterrestrial being capable of disguising himself as a human and visiting Earth. According to various conspiracy theories, figures like these are believed to be reptilian humanoids, who secretly control governments, institutions, and societies. They suggest that these reptilian beings have infiltrated positions of power and influence, often posing as humans while manipulating world events for their own agenda.
Number 10.
This video is from the Explore With Us YouTube channel and was uploaded on March 5th, 2018. They live-streamed an area with a number of abandoned houses near the Mojave Desert in California. They shine a flashlight into a number of properties with the windows boarded up. One of the houses they can look through, and they see a lot of junk and an old toilet. At one point, he hears a ringing sound.
The heck is that?
He decides to walk away from the group and starts looking to find where the sound's coming from. It eventually turns out to be a phone.
Should I answer that?
The viewers of his live stream tell him to pick up the phone. When he does so, he hears nothing on the other end of the line. But right after that, he does hear cars driving away. When he goes back to the abandoned buildings, he hears the phone ringing again.
What do you... Anybody know what that noise is?
After he hears cars around the area again, he decides to alert the group and they head off. What could this have been? What do you think?
Number 9.
A TikTok user named Security1275 was on duty at night at some sort of crypt in Savannah, a city in Georgia in the United States. This is said to be one of the most haunted places in the world, and after seeing this footage, you'll probably agree. Because the guard heard noises earlier, he grabbed his phone while walking around looking for the sound.
Hello? Yeah.
He doesn't find anyone and decides to walk outside for a moment to look back at the camera footage, and what he noticed is pretty terrifying. If you look closely, you can see a young child standing behind a wall on the right. Could this be a little boy who was bullying him, or was this a ghost? Just before he wants to leave, he sees flickering lights coming from a side building. He decides to take a look for the last time, and then this happens.
I'm really not sure what's going on here. Yeah, I'm done.
Number 8.
In March 2019, a video appeared in which something appears to be moving in front of their 15-month-old baby's crib. In March 2019, a video shows in which something appears to be moving in front of their 15-month-old baby's crib. The family, who lives in Holland, Michigan in the United States, had captured footage on a baby monitor, which looks like some kind of old white light ghost. If you look closely, you can see a ghostly figure passing the crib. Even the little girl called Lily seems to notice that something's there. The parents of the baby, Heather Bro and Joshua Higgins, even say that their little girls would have been scratched by this ghost. According to them, the previous owner is said to have jumped out of the window, and his spirit is said to haunt the house.
Number 7.
A video uploaded in May 2017 by a YouTube channel called Cringy Parkour shows a boy who hears a sound as he passes through a tunnel. When he decides to go further into the tunnel, he suddenly sees a strange-looking creature running towards him.
Hello?
The boy is startled, turns around, and runs out of the tunnel as fast as he can. I have no idea if this video is real or not, but if it's not real, the creature looks pretty believable and terrifying in my opinion.
Number 6.
A YouTuber named Dylan Anderson uploaded a video on his YouTube channel, Big Dill, in which he hears an eerie scream coming from a forest. When he heard the scream, he decided to start filming in pitch darkness at 10 o'clock at night. Behind the fence where he sits is a huge forest full of wildlife. The fence also protects people from what is hiding there. At one point, he hears this sound. Just listen.
And my friend's inside right now, but I'm getting this footage. And did you just hear that? That was it. Oh.
People in the comments said that at the moment the scream happens, a light-like thing or creature with luminous eyes seems to jump out of the tree or disappear. Whatever this may be, it's pretty creepy.
Number 5.
This video is from a YouTube channel named Abad Ung, and was uploaded on August 21st, 2016. The person was a security guard at a school in San Francisco, and he allegedly captured something scary on camera. The story goes like this. A girl is said to have hung herself, and her ghost is said to have been seen regularly by people who are going to school here. At one point, when the guard hears a loud banging of metal, he turns around and sees a ghostly figure disappear. He quickly runs after it, but sees that no one's there. He runs to check the entire room, but it seems that the figure is nowhere to be seen. Would he have captured a ghost on camera? What do you think?
Number 4.
In this video, 4 ghost hunters decide to tour the haunted Medina Mansion in Florida in the United States. This house is said to have a very dark history due to various events, and is said to be one of the most haunted places in the world. Just before they go inside, they say a prayer. At one point, one of the ghost hunters sees a face looking at them from a window. Some of them are immediately scared, but they all decide to go inside anyway. When they are inside, they walk to the room where the face appeared, but they find no one. A few days later, one of the ghost hunters from the YouTube channel Urban Ghost Exploration goes back to the house by himself. When he puts the camera down to talk to it for a moment, another face of some sort peeks out from around the corner behind him. Could this be evidence of paranormal events in this house, or is it fake? It's up to you to decide. What do you believe?
Number 3.
In the summer of 2016, Jack and his girlfriend Jordan came home after eating at a restaurant. They came home very tired and fell asleep on the couch with the television on. The next morning, Jordan noticed that she had lost her wallet. They got into a fight about it for a while until they decided to look at their camera footage. What they saw really scared them. A man appears to be on the second floor for 5 minutes staring down at the couple as they slept on the couch. At some point, he walks away and comes back and stares for another 5 minutes before walking off. The intruder was probably so quiet that even the dog didn't hear him. The idea of someone watching you while you sleep is quite creepy in my opinion.
Number 2.
Between 1943 and 1945, a mysterious plan was set up by the German army to build a bunch of underground tunnels in a city in Poland during World War II. These tunnels were about 6 miles or 9 kilometers long, and were known as the Rice Project. However, the tunnels were never completed and no documents were ever found about the project, so the reason behind the tunnels remains unknown. This video shows some people planning to explore the creepy dark tunnels themselves. At some point, they seem to encounter something or someone. One of the men runs after it and sees the creature has disappeared without a trace. The strange thing about this is that the tunnel that the creature ran to is very narrow, so it's strange how it just disappeared out of nowhere. What could this be? Was it a strange experiment that went wrong at the time, or what do you think this was?
Number 1.
A YouTuber from Lithuania named She is exploring an abandoned Soviet hideout with his friend. This place seems to be partly filled with dirty water, so they try to walk past it with caution. When they had uploaded the video to YouTube, some viewers noticed something frightening in the video. If you look closely, you can see something that looks like a little girl right behind the drain pipes. The boys say that if they had noticed the strange figure at that moment, they would have ran away. What do you think this was? Could this be because it was filmed from a certain angle, so it looks like a creature? Or could it be something else? Let me know what you think. What did you think was the scariest movie on this list? Let us know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we made, click one on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.